What's the opposite of strong? Weak. What's the opposite of big? Small. What's the opposite of happy? Sad. What's the opposite of hot? Cold. What's the opposite of fast? Slow. What's the opposite of light? Dark. What's the opposite of full? Empty. What's the opposite of up? Down. What's the opposite of in? Out. What's the opposite of early? Late. What's the opposite of near? Far. What's the opposite of old? Young. What's the opposite of rich? Poor. What's the opposite of open? Closed. What's the opposite of soft? Hard. What's the opposite of true? False. What's the opposite of right? Left. What's the opposite of beginning? End. What's the opposite of loud? Quiet. What's the opposite of thick? Thin. What's the opposite of tall? Short. What's the opposite of new? Old. What's the opposite of wet? Dry. What's the opposite of day? Night. What's the opposite of accept? Refuse. What's the opposite of brave? Cowardly. What's the opposite of arrival? Departure. What's the opposite of beauty? Ugliness. What's the opposite of victory? Defeat. What's the opposite of cheap? Expensive. What's the opposite of wide? Narrow. What's the opposite of clever? Stupid. What's the opposite of permanent? Temporary. What's the opposite of absent? Present. What's the opposite of smooth? Rough. What's the opposite of remember? Forget. What's the opposite of inside? Outside. What's the opposite of above? Below. What's the opposite of healthy? Sick. What's the opposite of simple? Complex. What's the opposite of deep? Shallow. What's the opposite of peace? War. What's the opposite of lend? Borrow. What's the opposite of guilty? Innocent. What's the opposite of public? Private. What's the opposite of attack? Defend. What's the opposite of sweet? Sour. What's the opposite of foreign? Domestic. What's the opposite of hope? Despair. What's the opposite of waste? Save. What's the opposite of success? Failure. What's the opposite of cruel? Kind. What's the opposite of buy? Sell. What's the opposite of majority? Minority. What's the opposite of punctual? Late. What's the opposite of build? Destroy. What's the opposite of transparent? Opaque. What's the opposite of generous? Stingy. What's the opposite of wild? Tame. What's the opposite of active? Passive.